The Lion King, the magical story. As the morning sun rose high over the African plain, animals and birds gathered at the foot of Pride Rock. "There he is!" one of them cried suddenly. "There is the new prince!" Everyone cheered and stamped their feet. "Welcome, Prince Simba!" they shouted. They watched in silence as Rafiki, a wise old baboon, raised the lion cub high in the air. The clouds parted and the sun's rays shone down on the future king. Slowly, Rafiki lowered his arms and took Simba back to his proud parents, King Mufasa and Queen Sarabi. It was a very special day. Time passed quickly for little Simba. There was so much to learn. One morning, the king showed his son round the kingdom. "Remember," Mufasa warned, "a good king must respect all creatures, for we exist together in the great circle of life." Later that day, Simba met his uncle Scar. The cub proudly told him that he had seen the whole of his future kingdom. "Even beyond the northern border?" Scar asked slyly. "Well, no," said Simba sadly. "My father has forbidden me to go there." "Quite right," said Scar. "Only the bravest lions go there. An elephant graveyard is no place for a young prince." Simba hurried away to find his best friend, a young lioness called Nala. Even though he knew it was wrong, Simba had decided to visit the elephant graveyard with Nala that very day. He had no idea that Scar had ordered 3 hyenas to go to the elephant graveyard too. Scar wanted them to kill the cub as a first step in his plan to take over Mufasa's kingdom. Simba raced ahead across the plains, leading Nala to the forbidden place. Eventually, they reached a pile of bones, and Simba knew they had arrived. "It's creepy here," said Nala. "Where are we?" "This is the elephant graveyard," Simba cried. He was looking at a skull when he saw Zazu, his father's advisor. "You must leave here immediately," Zazu commanded. "You are in great danger." But it was already too late. They were trapped. 3 hyenas had surrounded them, laughing menacingly. Simba took a deep breath and tried to roar, but only a squeaky rumble came out. The hyenas laughed hysterically. Simba took another deep breath. Roar! The 3 hyenas looked round into the eyes of King Mufasa. The hyenas fled howling into the mist. Mufasa sent Nala and Zazu ahead and walked slowly home with his son. "Simba, I am disappointed in you. You disobeyed me and put yourself and others in great danger." Simba felt terrible. "I was only trying to be brave like you," he tried to explain. "Being brave doesn't mean you go looking for trouble," said the king gently. The moon shone brightly above them, and the stars twinkled in the dark sky. Mufasa stopped. "Look at the stars. From there, the great kings of the past look down on us. Just remember that they will always be there to guide you, and so will I." Simba nodded. "I will remember." By the next day, Scar had devised another plan to get rid of Mufasa and Simba. He led Simba to the bottom of a gorge and told him to wait for his father. Then the hyena started a stampede among a herd of wild beasts. At that moment, Mufasa was walking along a ridge with Zazu. "Simba!" he cried, "I am coming!" The king raced down the gorge and rescued his son, but he could not save himself. He fell onto an overhanging rock as wild beasts swept by him. Looking up, he saw his brother. "Scar, help me!" he cried, but Scar just leaned over and whispered, "Long live the king!" Then he pushed Mufasa into the path of the trampling wild beast. When the stampede was over, Simba ran to his father's side. "Father!" he whimpered, nuzzling Mufasa's mane. But the king did not reply, and Simba started sobbing. "Simba," said Scar coldly, "what have you done?" "This is all your fault," he lied. "The king is dead, and you must never show your face in the pride again. Run away and never return." As Scar returned to take the royal throne at Pride Rock for himself, Simba stumbled, exhausted and frightened, through the grasslands towards the jungle. He took a few more shaky steps and collapsed. Hungry vultures circled above him.